Hey amigos, hope you're having a really good day wherever you are in the world. I just want to share with you two movies that really shaped my life, one through fear and one through adventure. Now, many movies have shaped my life. There's lots. I can think of heaps that have really influenced, shaped my life, but these two really stand out. One through fear, one through adventure. So the first one is called Alligator, and if you've seen it, you may have heard of it. It's an oldie. It's from the 80s, about 1980, I reckon. It's about an alligator, and if you could have guessed. So what happens? This young girl, she's about 12 years old in America. She goes to this country fair. They're selling baby alligators, so she buys one, takes it home, and she has it for a while. And then the dad gets angry at her, and he just flushes it down the toilet. Anyway, so the alligator goes down into the sewer system and it lives there for years and years and years. And it's just eating rats and dogs and whatever it can find, garbage, and then it comes across some radioactive kind of waste or radioactive stuff. Anyway, long story short, it grows big, right? It climbs out of the sewer, it starts eating people on the streets, harassing people. But there's this one scene where at night it goes through the streets and just crawls into this swimming pool. And it happens to be the swimming pool of this young kid. I think he's only about 8 or 9 years old, but it's his birthday and he's dressed up as a pirate. And it's night time, like I said, and his two mates bring him outside to the swimming pool, and they make him walk the diving board. And they pull him up, they put him on the diving board, and as he's walking along the diving board with a blindfold on, it's pitch black at night, but there's some lights on in the pool, and they're just about to throw him in the pool. And just as he's about to go in the pool, he has a peek, he sees the alligator, and the alligator eats him. Anyway, as a 5-year-old kid, I saw it when I was 5. I shouldn't be watching stuff like that, I know, at 5, but that's what happens when you got older cousins and hanging around with them. Um, I just when that kid got eaten by the alligator in the pool, like it really messed me up. Like it really messed up my psyche and really messed me up. And from that moment forward, I literally couldn't swim in a swimming pool ever again without being totally paranoid. And there is no way I would swim in a swimming pool at night. It just wouldn't happen. Even at 20 years old, right before my accident, right? If you know, I had a surfing accident at 20. Right before that, we had a swimming pool in our complex. Even in the middle of the day, at 20 years old, I would walk around the outside of the swimming pool and I'd be looking in there for alligators, crocodiles. And I'd be looking, and then I'd quickly dive in the water, swim to the other end paranoid, get out the other end, or sit somewhere where I can see the whole swimming pool. Just paranoid. Like, it stayed with me. Like, yeah, I saw it when I was 5, and at 20 I was still super paranoid. So like 15 years. And like I said, there's no way I would swim in a swimming pool at night, especially by myself. It just wouldn't happen. I'd be too scared. Just scared. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because I was talking to a friend the other day, Robert, and I was saying about that movie and how it affected me. But at the same time, like at 19, 20 years old, I would watch Jaws, the movie Jaws about the giant white pointer shark, and go surfing the next day. I could watch Jaws and go surfing straight after, and even by myself. And I would be paranoid. I would be wigging out. I'd be like, ooh, looking around, surfing, but I'd still do it. I'd be fine. I wasn't as scared as a swimming pool. It's crazy. Like, we're weird, man. Humans are just crazy and weird. So that's a movie that really affected my life. Like, the fear of just, couldn't relax in a swimming pool. Just couldn't do it. So the next movie that really affected my life in a good way is The Endless Summer 2. And it's a movie about two surfers. One's 25, one's 19. Wingnut, a longboarder. He rides a longboard. He's about 25. Pat O'Connell, he's a 19-year-old shortboarder. Long story short, the two guys get together, put all their savings together and go travel the world. And the first place that they go to is Costa Rica in Central America. And I remember at the time I'd just moved from my hometown in Adelaide, South Australia to the Gold Coast, and I was 16 years old. So I'd already started that surfing adventure. I was already being adventurous and living my dream where the best waves were in Australia and just already on my way of doing that. And then I watched this movie in 1994, and that Costa Rica part just changed my life forever. They jumped on the plane, went to Costa Rica, and had a ball. And that was it. I was obsessed with Costa Rica, Central America. And from that moment forward, like I just learned everything I could about Central America, Mexico, surfing, the culture. Fell in love with tacos and all the food and stuff like that from Mexico. Um, just I had my whole life mapped out. But then obviously at the age of 20, when I just came back from Bali, yeah, I broke my neck surfing and ended up paralyzed. But that didn't stop the dream. It didn't stop that passion for Central America, the culture. And fast forward a few years in 2012, I met my beautiful wife who happened to be from El Salvador, Central America. Crazy. And since then, we've been to El Salvador 4 times, spent over 8 months in Central America, been to Mexico, we've been to heaps of places, Fiji, Hawaii, all that kind of stuff too. But yeah, there was this day that I was sitting on the beach in El Salvador, and it's not really a surfing beach, but it's a Central American beach, if you know what I mean, if you've seen one of them. I remember sitting on the beach in my wheelchair, hot, coconut trees around, and I'll show you the video and the pictures. I was bawling my eyes out because I'd realised that still achieved that dream. I'd manifested that dream, and sitting there and like the pelicans are flying over, and even though I wasn't surfing, I'd still achieved that dream and lived that dream, and it was the most beautiful moment of my life. Like it was one of the best moments of my life. So obviously that movie influenced me, and yeah, like in a real positive way, like traveling the world, food, culture of Central America, just opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff. So I'm extremely grateful for that. So I don't know what the lessons are in this. Maybe just guard your mind. Like, yeah, be very careful what you watch or are influenced by, because yeah, it can have a huge impact on your life. Like, yeah, like the fear from that, not swimming in swimming pools, but the good stuff. So I guess, yeah, choose very carefully what you watch, what you listen to, the people that you hang around with, because it can really, yeah, influence your life in a positive or negative way. So anyway, folks, please like and subscribe, and comment below if you've got 2 movies that really influence your life. All right, adios.